Sometimes the soul does not speak in sentences or explanations. It speaks in images, quiet symbols that rise from deep within and echo inside you before you even understand why. These images stir emotions, awaken memories, and create a subtle pull, the kind you don't analyze, you simply feel. Today, before you, there are 4 bottles. But these are not perfumes, not decorative objects, not simple containers. Each bottle is a symbol, a living reflection of a specific inner energy that is active in your life right now. One holds the force of passion, fire, and raw movement. Another emanates softness, emotional depth, the energy of trust and tenderness. A third carries the strength of maturity, wisdom, and steady inner grounding. And the fourth? It hides mystery, transformation, and the quiet alchemy of the inner world, a power that not everyone is ready to face. Don't analyze, don't think. Just allow yourself to sense which bottle pulls you with the greatest intensity. The shine, the shape, the color, the ornamentation. All of these external traits are mirrors of your current inner landscape, and whichever bottle you choose is the symbol that awakens within you. Choose one, and you will discover the message the world has left specifically for you, a message timed for this exact moment of your journey. If your attention was instantly drawn to the first bottle, tall, blazing, shimmering like it was forged from liquid sunlight, then it reveals something powerful about your inner world. Inside you lives a fire that has never gone out, no matter how many challenges, disappointments, or storms you've had to walk through. You are one of those rare people who should never be underestimated. There is a heat in your soul, a force that warms, protects, transforms, but can also burn through illusions and anything that no longer serves you. This choice signals a potent life energy rising in you, especially during moments of transition, crisis, or important decision-making. You are a person of movement, a person of instinct, a person who feels fully, loves fully, commits fully. You don't give half of yourself. You don't love at low volume. You don't ignite at 1/3 intensity. When you show up completely, with heart, with courage, with truth. You belong to the ones who choose meaningful intensity over safe emptiness. And even though this openness makes you vulnerable at times, it is precisely this emotional honesty that allows you to live more deeply, brightly, and authentically than most. The fire elixir symbolizes willpower, but in your case, it's more than that. It is the ability to remain standing where others collapse, to keep moving forward even when the path looks impossible. Your inner flame is not aggression. It is not chaos. It is your hunger for meaning, your need to feel alive, your devotion to things that matter. You are not just someone who starts. You are someone who finishes. When you choose a goal, you walk toward it, through fear, through doubt, through the weight of your own limitations. You push through until you break into the clarity on the other side. This choice also speaks about your presence. You influence others without trying. You leave impressions without intention. Your energy is like a spark, capable of igniting people around you, awakening them, inspiring them, shaking them out of stagnation. Sometimes people misunderstand this intensity. Sometimes it triggers jealousy, resistance, or fear, but only because not everyone knows how to live with such vivid aliveness. The fire elixir also represents transformation. Like flames changing wood into heat and light, you have the capacity to recreate your life from the ashes of old chapters. You can start again from zero, even when it seems impossible. You can walk away from what weighs you down, not out of anger, but because growth demands space. And each time you go through an inner transformation, you become stronger, clearer, purer. One more message lies in your choice. People with this symbol rarely lie to themselves. You feel dishonesty like a burn on the skin. You sense immediately when something is off, when something doesn't resonate with your truth. You can endure many things, but not emptiness. When there is no meaning, you dim. When there is no emotion, you grow anxious. When there is no passion, you feel lost. You need real energy, a real mission, real feelings, real experience. Your intuition is sharp. Not soft, not subtle. It arrives like a flash, like an inner knowing that refuses to be ignored. You sense the right moment, the right path, the right truth, even when others are confused by the noise of the world. But with this fire comes a warning. Even the strongest flame needs air and rest. You can burn out. You can exhaust yourself. You can react too quickly, too intensely, before giving yourself space to breathe. Your power is immense, but only when balanced with gentleness toward yourself. Still, the greatest truth about you is this. You carry light into spaces that lack warmth. You illuminate paths that others cannot see. You revive what is fading. You turn dull gray into vivid color. People who choose this bottle have a solar core, a radiant inner essence that fuels life, creation, emotion, and truth. The fire bottle is your symbol. Raw, passionate, resilient, sincere, and vibrantly, unmistakably alive. If you were drawn to the iridium-colored sphere, a bottle that looks both futuristic and ancient at the same time, then you carry a rare combination within you: calm observation, deep inner knowledge, and an intuitive perception that cannot be explained through logic alone. Its smooth metallic surface reflects light the way your soul reflects the events of your life, not through reaction, but through understanding. You belong to those who do not act impulsively. Your strength is not in rushing, but in seeing. You notice what others miss. You sense layers beneath the obvious. You pick up on the subtle vibrations that hint at truths hidden beneath the surface. This bottle reveals something profound. You don't live on the surface of things. You live in the dimension of meaning. Some people may see you as distant, quiet, or self-contained, but this is not emotional coldness. It is your ability to stay within your inner space, a sanctuary where answers form with precision instead of haste. You have a natural sense for timing. You know when to speak and when silence carries more truth. You know when to step forward and when to wait, allowing the situation to reveal its real shape. You possess a maturity that does not depend on age, but on depth of perception. The Iridium bottle symbolizes a multi-layer thinker. When faced with a challenge, you don't collapse into chaos. You become sharper, more focused, more aligned. While others lose themselves, you begin to see the structure behind the disorder. You are the kind of person who can find clarity in the middle of confusion. You see patterns in randomness. You interpret meaning in the smallest signals. You sometimes sense changes long before they manifest, as though your intuition reads the future through the quiet movements of the present. Your inner world is far richer than your outward calm suggests. You may appear grounded, stable, self-contained, but inside you is a universe of thoughts, symbols, impressions. You understand people more deeply than they understand themselves. That's why your words are carefully chosen. You know truth can be fragile, and emotions can break easily. This bottle marks someone who listens not only to words, but to the pauses between them. You read tone, mood, intention. You catch the emotional undercurrents beneath a simple conversation. You are sensitive, more than you admit. But this sensitivity is not weakness. It is a rare instrument, finely tuned, enabling you to navigate the world with deeper awareness than most. This sensitivity also grants you the ability to set boundaries. You can be kind without dissolving, open without losing yourself, present without absorbing what does not belong to you. Your sense of personal space is not a defense mechanism. It is your inner compass. It keeps your mind clear, your energy steady, your world in order. Sometimes this depth becomes a shadow. You may retreat too far into yourself, thinking, analyzing, comparing, unraveling. You wait to understand your emotions completely before expressing them. But some feelings require experience, not interpretation. When you allow yourself to feel freely, your energy becomes especially clear and powerful. The ones who choose this bottle are here not only to act, but to understand. Not only to walk through life, but to decode it. You are a person of subtle frequency, a mirror, a reflection, a quiet translator of truth. The Iridium sphere tells us that within your soul lives a deep, steady wisdom, one that will become your greatest gift to yourself and to the world. If your heart was drawn to the emerald alchemical flask, the one crafted from deep, transparent green glass with a shimmer that feels alive, then you carry a strength that many people overlook at first glance. This is the energy of growth, inner healing, and gentle, unwavering transformation. The bottle looks like it was carved from living crystal, and inside it glows a soft, shifting light. Not explosive, not chaotic, but rhythmic, like the breathing of nature itself. Its message reflects the kind of power you possess. Quiet, steady, and profound. People who choose this bottle are those who can look inward with honesty. You can face your shadows without fear. You can acknowledge your past without becoming trapped in it. You transform your wounds, not into bitterness, but into strength, into understanding, into compassion, into depth. You are someone who has lived through more than you openly admit. Your soul carries stories, victories, heartbreaks, resilience, woven into patterns that others rarely see. People often perceive your gentleness, your softness, your careful way of speaking, but they have no idea how much inner endurance lives inside you. You do not break. You bend. You adapt. You step aside to avoid unnecessary damage, and then you grow taller than before. This is the natural alchemy symbolized by the emerald flask. The ability to convert difficulty into wisdom, pain into clarity, experience into maturity. Maybe you are in a phase where life feels slow, as if transformation is taking too long, as if the path ahead is foggy. But the emerald flask whispers this truth. The most powerful changes do not happen in bursts. They happen quietly, in the roots, beneath the surface where no one can see. You are growing even when you feel still. You are healing even when you feel tired. You are evolving even when it looks like nothing is moving. Your emotions flow like water, deep, intuitive, honest. You allow yourself to feel sadness, doubt, nostalgia, longing, not because you are fragile, but because you are real. You don't run from yourself. You don't hide your truth. This ability to feel without judgment is one of your greatest gifts. This bottle also reveals a profound connection to nature. Perhaps you feel restored when you step into forests, near rivers or lakes, under open sky, or in silence filled only with wind. Nature recharges you. The green glass symbolizes this: your capacity to take in nourishment from simple, genuine sources that others often overlook. You are someone who can heal yourself, others, and even the emotional atmosphere around you. You speak in ways that touch people's hearts. You soothe, you comfort. You remind people of truths they forgot. People trust you easily. They open up near you. They feel safe removing their masks. Your energy is subtle but unforgettable, not forceful, not loud, but always present, always steady, always real. The emerald flask also signifies your natural talent for reflection. You analyze your experiences not to blame yourself, but to understand yourself. This rare gift allows you to avoid repeating mistakes and to move forward with a clarity others struggle to achieve. Your journey is not meant to follow anyone else's pace. You move at your own rhythm, carefully, consciously, meaningfully. And perhaps the most overlooked strength you carry is your ability to wait. Not passively, but with deep inner wisdom. You sense when to act and when to rest. You avoid chaos because you do not need noise to feel alive. Your path is one of gradual unfolding, like a plant that knows exactly when it is time to bloom. This bottle appears when your soul is in a period of restoration or inner rebuilding. You may be preparing to release something old, a habit, a fear, a relationship, a role that no longer matches who you are becoming. You are standing at the threshold of a quiet but deeply important rebirth. Do not rush. Everything is already in motion. You are moving forward, even if the world cannot see it. The emerald flask tells you this: you are stronger, wiser, and deeper than you realize. Your heart is an alchemical vessel, and everything you have lived through will one day become light. If you chose the shadow amphora of night, the dark vessel that seems to absorb light rather than reflect it, then you are not someone who searches for easy truths or convenient answers. You are someone who already understands. Light is only half the story. The other half lives in the shadows, in silence, in stillness, in the hidden chambers of the soul where few dare to look. This bottle does not frighten you. Instead, it calls to you like an invitation, a doorway into your inner world, where everything concealed becomes visible. Choosing this bottle means you belong to the ones who have learned not to fear depth, in yourself, in others, in the very structure of existence. You perceive life in layers, not on the surface. You don't accept things as they appear. You feel motives, sense emotional undercurrents, recognize hidden intentions. You notice when words don't match tone. You sense when a smile covers pain. You understand when silence speaks louder than speech. This is not simple intuition. It is the gift of night vision. You can read what others hide, even from themselves. Your presence creates a space where pretending becomes impossible. People sense that you can see the truth beneath their masks. You were made for deep conversations, late-night revelations, moments when people finally drop their defenses and speak with honesty. Those who choose the shadow amphora often carry a history marked by difficult experiences, moments that demanded not only survival, but transformation. You know the price of vulnerability, but you also understand the strength born from it. You are comfortable in solitude, not because you dislike others, but because you do not lose yourself in the quiet. Solitude for you is not emptiness. It is a sanctuary where you gather strength, find clarity, and reconnect with your true self. Many fear being alone with their thoughts. You do not. You see the beauty of silence, the wisdom it contains. Your presence is like deep water, not loud, not showy, not seeking attention, but profoundly powerful for those who dare to approach. You often serve as the listener, the confidant, the one people trust with fragile truths. This does not make you weak. It makes you someone capable of holding what others cannot. This bottle represents emotional endurance. You are not easily broken. No storm catches you off guard because you have already traveled through inner landscapes that most people avoid. People like you understand a profound truth. Real transformation happens in the dark, when the path ahead is invisible, when you must rely solely on intuition, when life asks you to grow from the inside out instead of through external victories. You are not afraid of your shadow. You have learned to speak with it. And anyone who can make peace with their own darkness does not fear the darkness of the world. You possess a rare strength, the ability to stay calm in emotional intensity, to remain stable in uncertainty, to face painful truths without collapsing. The shadow amphora also reveals your appreciation for the subtle, the unspoken, the symbolic. You find meaning in music, in poetry, in chant signs, in quiet moments. You see beauty in dark colors, in storm clouds, in late-night streets, in whispered voices. You notice details others overlook. You hear the silence beneath the noise. You feel truth beneath appearances. This bottle signifies your ability to transform from within. Without theatrics, without destruction, without chaos. Your evolution is honest, deep, and gradual. You don't fear emotions like sadness, grief, fear, or longing. You allow yourself to feel them fully. You understand that ignoring the shadow only gives it power, while embracing it turns it into wisdom. People who choose this bottle understand life with both the mind and the inner eye. You sense pathways where others see dead ends. You find meaning in experiences others dismiss. You accept your complexity, and this acceptance makes you whole. If you chose the shadow amphora of night, know this. You possess the rare gift of inner vision, a depth that cannot be taught, a maturity shaped by every moment you have lived. You are someone who can walk far, into your own heart, into the lives of others, into the mysteries of existence itself. This is your gift, your nightlight, your silent strength. Each of these bottles is more than a beautiful container. They are reflections of your internal landscape, symbols of the alchemy that works quietly inside you every single day. We often believe that answers come from outside, from other people, from circumstances, from events. But the truth is much deeper. The most honest answers rise from within, from instinctive choices, intuitive pulls, and subtle inner resonance. Your selection today is not random. It is a snapshot of your current inner state, a symbolic mirror of where you are in your journey right now. If you felt drawn to the fire elixir, your soul is calling for movement, courage, forward action. You are entering a phase where passion, clarity, and brave decisions will guide your path. If the Iridium sphere bottle captured your attention, your sensitivity and intuitive perception are awakening with new strength. You are seeing deeper, feeling more precisely, and recognizing truths that cannot be ignored. If you chose the Emerald Alchemical Flask, your heart is in a period of healing, renewal, and gentle transformation. You are rebuilding from the inside, preparing for growth that will unfold naturally and steadily. And if the shadow amphora of night resonated with you, you are entering a chapter of deep self-discovery, a union with your shadow, where your greatest wisdom and authentic power are born. But here is the most important truth. This choice is not a label. It is not a sentence or a fixed identity. It is a momentary reflection, a living portrait of who you are today. Tomorrow you may feel the fire. Another day, the softness of emerald, then the depth of night, or the clarity of iridium. We change, we grow. We shift between phases, moving through cycles of light and shadow, action and rest, clarity and mystery. And all of it is natural. All of it is right. You are not one bottle. You are the entire alchemical laboratory. You are a constant transformation, a never-ending evolution, a journey that renews itself again and again. So thank yourself for choosing honestly, instinctively, intuitively. Thank yourself for listening to the subtle language of your inner world. And remember, the real elixirs are not held in glass. They live inside you, in your decisions, your emotions, your courage, and your quiet revelations. They reveal themselves at the exact moment you are ready to receive them. May your path be bright, deep, sincere, and may every new choice reveal another facet of your extraordinary soul.